Pseudo Echo with Dancing Until Midnight with Brian Canham. Now, Brian, there was some tricky camera work in there which you want to explain.
Yes.
Very expensive shot that you
Yes,
made.
very detailed and cleverly thought out by the director. The shot where I'm running down a catwalk, about to commit a sin of shootery, run down into the room, and as I run into the room, so it's one continual shot, but then it pans up, and I'm in here supposedly with this 45 about to plug somebody, and then I'm up on the balcony there singing in the same shot. Now, not many people pick that up, that it would be impossible to actually do that shot. What it is where I run into the door, that's the end of that shot, but it looks like one shot, continual, and the guy in the room is my double. Stunt double, I think you call that.
Before they had digital graphics, they had stunt doubles. They had people with identical haircuts, which, you know, could have been a crime in Melbourne back in those days, that someone actually had the same haircut as you. And speaking of haircuts, you actually, for some reason, you've decided to have the same haircuts as Bananarama on the cover for Stranger in Me. It's funny, because you used to go to a hairdresser, I believe, and if you did go, you'd get the same haircut whether you're a man or a woman.
That's right, unisex 80s special.
Unisex, and look at that. Wow, wacko.
That's a beauty, isn't it?
Now, of course, you guys also did a hair gel ad.
That's right.
A L'Oreal studio line, I believe it was,
right,
or something like that. Yeah. And there's a TV ad of you breaking through some Mondrian kind of cardboard or something like that.
That one escapes me.
But you're definitely in a lot of chemist shops on the counters.
Yes, that's right. Definitely always on the counter.
So you'd go in to buy some condoms, and you'd find photos of yourself. Very embarrassing.
We didn't use them then.
Oh, that's right.
They were the good old days.
Yeah, the pre-scary days.
That's right.
And of course we've got, what did Pseudo Echo, A Beat for You. Because another big one we played a bit earlier.
This is an international cover here.
All right, so that was used in the Now, you said in America you had some... What about the UK? The UK was almost like Coles to Newcastle, because you were a bit like influenced by them and taking it back then. How did they go?
Well, we had a top 10 there with Funky Town, and that was probably about all. We sold a truckload of albums as well off the back of that, but I don't think we ever had another single in the UK.
Did you tour over there?
We did Top of the Pops there and a bit of TV and things.
And of course Countdown was like ahead of Top of the Pops in many ways, wasn't it? It was a much more fun show to do. Top of the Pops, they had like really old guys, because Molly, of course, that time was still quite young.
Well, I think it was obviously strongly influenced off Top of the Pops, but as you said, a bit groovier. Yes.
And actually, what is your Countdown experience? I mean, you just say that you've been watching yourself on Countdown from time to time. How do you feel when you see yourself on Countdown all these years later?
Well, I'm just old, really. Older?
Oh.
No, no, not at all. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. It's funny, when I watch it, I can remember it so clearly. You know, if I see an episode, I can see... You know, I
just remember exactly what it was like.
You know, I still see a lot of the same people.
And because you guys were kind of like a lot clean cut, because like a lot of the boozing, drugging bands, like that was not Pseudo Echo's image. You were clean cut guys,
No, we covered it up. I mean, we just did.
They always shaved before they went on. Hey, what's your favourite Molly story? Did you have a Molly story from the time? Because I'm sure Molly would have really loved you guys, clean, fresh boys coming in to do the show every week.
Well, the thing is with Molly, he used to DJ at this club that I used to go to called The Croc at Croxton Park Hotel. The Croc, aptly titled.
That's pretty funny.
And it's all going on, the cockatoo.
No, yeah, the cockatoo's going off there again, but that's all right. Yeah. So Molly was DJing at a club called The Croc.
Yeah, and I think at some stage somebody must have said, oh, this little guy over here, you know, he's got a band and, you know, they're going to be big and you should listen to them or something like that. And Molly, I got introduced to him and he didn't really know me from a bar of soap, obviously, but, you know, about a year later, Molly was, you know, dragged along to see this new Melbourne band that he'd been hearing all about, and so he comes along, and that was Pseudo Echo. And so when he met me then, he just like, he said, I couldn't believe you'd be the lead singer there, this little shy guy that I knew in the club, and you got this deep voice, and you know, you're up there, you know, swinging your thing. Oh, wow. So that was pretty funny.
That's good. And he got behind you and actually helped you get the
he was
record contract.
A huge supporter. Yeah.
And also Countdown made some clips for you. I mean, to Channel V, we film a lot of live stuff and that, but we probably wouldn't even try to go out and make a clip now because the competition internationally is so hard.
Well, I mean, it was no high-tech video, I must say. It was pretty basic, but they did. It was before we had a record deal, and Molly really wanted to get behind the band, so to speak, and you know, promote this new Melbourne band that everyone's talking about. He said, look, you're not getting a record deal. What's going on? All the labels are saying to me, oh, there's no new talent out there. So, you know, Molly thought he'd do the right thing and he's going to, you know, give us our break. So he basically got us in the studio, introduced us to the crew of Countdown, and they shot their own clip for us and put it on.
Now, we've got the big hair actually happening here as well. Again, you went in and all got the same haircut pretty much. Was there a competition to see who could have the buffiest hair?
Now, I actually think some of this hair may have been added in, airbrushed in later
look at that. Yeah, it actually is. It changes to a much lighter colour.
So even
someone's done it with a pencil.
even adding on more hair.
Now, we've got international releases here too,
Yes,
in their
listening.
time and listening. Look at that. Now, these are actually imports that are worth a bit on the internet. You said that like your stuff goes pretty expensive on the internet sometimes.
It does. I'd seen 12-inch Funky Town for 130 odd US.
Oh. Look, here's what I might have a look at now.
So if you got one, get them out there.
Living in a Dream. Again, the artwork. Now, who did the artwork for you?
Buster Stiggs, his name was.
Fantastic stuff he always
Buster
did.
was a member of that band.
Well, look,
Like Da-dee-da.
there's the
What's that
haircuts on the back again. We like to check out that. Pretty special. Anything about this clip you'd like to point out to us, Living in a Dream?
Living in a Dream, yes. More acting.
More acting once again. And remember, they're singers, not actors. So,
That's right. So that explains it all.
What's the storyline?
The story is a bunch of oldies at a ball dancing, and Pseudo Echo, we were crossing over in our slightly tough guy image here. I mustn't have shaved for about a month because there was a bit of stubble, and I probably just started to grow whiskers then. And so we're the tough guys, leather jackets, convertible car.
So this is kind of like the silver chair of their time.
Yes,
That's
breaking in.
Living a Dream, Pseudo Echo, going off. Rock on!